Hi everyone! In this video I will show you how you can crochet such a purse and also how you can sew such a flower on it. For this tutorial I'm using a normal zipper, a 2-ply acrylic yarn, this Carina Glanzperle by Relana. And I have a Tunisian hook, which has here a stop. It is 3.5 millimeters. And this one is a thin hook, only 1.5 millimeters. It's for making holes in the zipper. And to start, I begin with this side. Doesn't matter if you start here or here. This should be on the top, so don't start like this. Start in this way. And I'm doing here a hole. 5 millimeters right from this ending. And I take the yarn and I pull it through. Secure it with a normal knot. And then I continue doing holes in the zipper. So the next will be something about 4 millimeters left to the first one. And I take the yarn and pull it through. Now I put this in the normal hook. With this one I will crochet the purse, and I go on with doing holes. And I pull it through. And I put my hook also in the next loop, so they will be all on the hook. So I won't crochet the first row. So continue doing this until you reach this place. So if you have all the loops on your hook, we can start with the first row. And it should look like this. And for the first row, you have to yarn over and pull the yarn through the first loop. It will be the only loop which we crochet as a single one, the others we crochet as double loops. So yarn over and pull the yarn through the next 2 loops. Yarn over again and pull it through the next 2 loops. Here you can see I forgot one loop, and I will show you how you can make this disappear. So put your hook out of this loop and go into this one, and also into this one, and then yarn over and pull it through like the normal stitches you did already. So this was the first row, and now we are going to crochet back, and you can see here these vertical loops, and we will crochet in each of these vertical loops. So you take your hook and you go with your hook under this loop, yarn over and pull it through, and you have your loop or your next stitch. So go into the second, under the loop, yarn over and pull it through. The next one, and continue this. This is how it looks like after finishing the first row, and it is a quite tight stitch, so it is really good for bags, so nothing can go out of it or fall out or whatever. And to do the second row, yarn over again and pull the yarn through the first loop. Remember, it was the only loop which is single, and the next will be crocheting in doubles. So yarn over and pull it through the next 2 stitches. And you have to crochet so many rows until you have the double length of your purse, so that you can wrap it over and then attach it to this end. This is my desired length for the purse. And as you can see, it's quite long, but I will wrap it over. And I will connect it with the zipper this way. This will be the inner side, and here you can open your purse. Here I put already holes in there with my thin hook, so you can have a look at your holes which you have already on the other side, and on the opposite side you can make the number which you need, and you put your hook in here and you make your hole. So to connect the back, I'm using a needle, a wool needle, and I put already the yarn through. Now I have to make a knot. Here we have our last stitch, and I'm going into this last stitch with my needle, and I'm pulling out the yarn. My strand is quite long, so you have to cut length which you need for this part to connect it. But actually I think this is what I have is too long. You can shorten it also. So when this part is finished, we turn our work on the top side. So here you open your purse, and I take this end and put it here. And first I go, here you can see the stitches we made. This was the last row, and I will go between these stitches. So I will go here and here to sew it. So first I put my needle here, and then I take the zipper and put my needle into the first hole, and then I put it out on the second, which is right next to this. And it is here. And then I pull the yarn through this. So this was our slip knot from the beginning. We'll fix it later. So this was the first stitch of our sewing. I think I will shorten my strand because it's really too long. I think maybe this will be enough. So and now we put our needle into the second. This was the first, and I'm now going into the second part. And I put my needle back where I came from, into the same hole, and then I'm going into the next, which is here. And then I pull it. So now I go into the third place and back into the same. The same hole, and I'm coming out this neighbor hole. Then you pull your yarn again. This should look like this, and then you continue until you have reached this point. I will show you the last stitch of sewing. So this is the last here I already made with my hook. Here is one left. I go inside and then back. And this one. And to make a knot, I will go into this hole and connect them together. Okay. Here again. And so this one should be circle. And you pull the yarn. I would recommend to do this a second or a third time. To make a knot, you go into this circle with your needle. You have here a loop. You go there again, tighten it a little bit, and you put your needle again there, so you have twice loop in there, and then you tighten it. And this is your knot, and then you can cut your yarn. So this looks quite nice. And here you can see these ends are open. And at this point you can sew them together, but first you should open it and turn it to the other side and then sew from the inside. But you can put also in this part crochet parts and crochet fabric, and it should look like this. And it will be a triangle, and it doesn't matter how if it looks like this, so it's really big, or you make it longer. And this one will be a longer one. And I will show you how to do it. For a triangle, we will start with a slip knot. Now I will chain 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And I will crochet 3 rows with the normal Tunisian stitch. So now you need 2 rows more. This is how it looks like after your third row. And now we have to decrease. And first we cast on with the stitches in a normal way. So we'll have 12 loops on our hook. And we will decrease here and here. So normally you pull the yarn only through the first loop, but to decrease we'll pull our yarn through the first 2 loops at the beginning. Yeah, so the others will be done in the normal way. And at this point we'll pull our yarn through the last 3 stitches. So we had now here and here our decrease. And if you start with the next row, make sure you put your hook not here, but here in the third loop, or how you call it. So now we need 4 rows. And here we should have 10 loops. Yeah, these are 10. And we crochet them in a normal way first. Only 1, and then you pull your yarn through 2 loops. Now we need 3 more. So this is the triangle after the 4th row, after decreasing. You can see here what our decrease. And here is the 1st, 2nd, 3rd and the 4th row. You have to know that this triangle maybe won't fit your purse, so you have to make sure that it is wide and long enough. So if it should be wider, then start with more stitches, and if it should be longer, then you have to crochet more rows. So you can take a purse, and then you can always have a look how you would like to have it and if this length is okay. So maybe if you're here, you can always have a look and you see, oh okay, then I have to crochet maybe 10 rows more. So the next row will be a decrease again. And we cast on with 10 loops for our hook. And we decrease again here and here. So we pull the yarn through the first 2 loops. Oh, this was too much. And then through the next. And here we have 3 loops left, and we pull the yarn through all the 3 loops for decreasing. And to start the next row, we put the hook not in the second but in the 3rd loop. And now we should have only 8 loops. These are 8, and we crochet 4 rows again. So this was the first row, and after that you have to decrease again here and here, and to crochet 4 rows more. This is how it looks like so far. And the next step will be a decrease again. I will show you one more time. So I have only 6 loops left. And now I will pull the yarn through these 2 loops. And the next also 2. And here I have 3 left, and I pull the yarn through the last 3 stitches. And I will crochet the last row. You go here not in the second, but in the 3rd. And we should have now 4 loops on our hook. these are 4. We pull the first time we pull the yarn through the first loop and then through 2 loops. This is the last stitch. Now I will pull some yarn and I will cut it, or maybe here, so that I can sew it later. So, and now we can fix these sides. I open the purse and turn it to the inner side. So I turn the inner side out, and we can close this if we like to. So and I take one of the triangles and a needle. And I put the yarn in here. So this is my side for the outside of the purse. So this is the inner side, and this is also the inner side, and I will sew it that I can see here also the inner side. I will start where my yarn is going out of the triangle, so I will start at this point. Then we'll start here. So I put the yarn in this hole, which we already have, and I pulled. So this is my triangle, and it goes here. This is the yarn. Now I will go between here and under the opposite part, and I put my needle here. And this I will do with all these parts on this side. So this is how it looks like after sewing this triangle to the purse. And as you can see, it has already a stable standing point, or how you call it, I don't know. So I will open this again. Oh yeah. So, and to finish with the work, I will go into these holes which I made into the zipper, and I'm going into this one. Okay, and I'm going with the needle back into this, which also already exists. My needle should come out here. Yeah. So tighten a little bit, and I'm doing this again. So now I have here a circle or a loop, this loop, and I go into this loop once and twice, and then I tighten it. And I will do this one more time. So I have a loop again. I'm going now here. And now I will go in the second loop. And now I tighten it. So this is the knot, and now I can cut my yarn. And you have to do this sewing also on this side. For cutting off these ends, I would recommend, or I recommend to make a knot more, and then you should, or you can cut it if you have a knot. So you put your hook somewhere into your work, and then you pull the yarn through this one, and you have a loop, and then you yarn over and pull it through this loop, and then you tighten it, and then you can cut off your yarn. So this is better that it cannot open. And then you can turn it into the right position. And this is how your purse should look like. If you do not like the shape of your purse, you can put it in a bowl with cold water. You do not have to wash it or something else. You put it only in a bowl with cold water, and then after it's wet, you can shape it, and then you let it dry in your flat or your house, and then it will have the shape you like. So no warm water and no washing with something else, only cold water and then shaping. To attach something to your purse, you can use, for example, flour. And I also attached the needle. And then you put it somewhere where you like it, and you can sew this flower to the back or to the purse, and I go into the fabric and coming out here with the needle. I tighten it. And the last stitch will go into the inner side of the bag. Now I will sew with the second strand of the flower. And because it's shorter, I will stop here, and goes also into the inner side, and you can make here a knot. And then cut off your yarn. And this is your finished purse.